Why? I go first. I open.
No, I talked about that.
I know. I said I corrected myself.
Gosh.
You should keep this in and just show how you treat me. All right, everybody. Nameco here. Dustin there. Fantasy basketball season is upon us. Talking about them power forwards. And man, has the NBA changed because a lot of these guys are hitting a decent amount of threes. But first,
get our draft guide. Click on the link in the description. Go to any of our rankings. You can download our cheat sheet, Top 150. And it's free. What's not to like about that? And subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And check out all our other rankings, videos, and everything.
all right, we're starting off with LeBron James. I wonder if LeBron James hates that kid.
Probably.
Because I think of that every time now when I see his name. But LeBron is #1 for us, the power forward rankings. He's with the Lakers. I think he's going for the MVP. I think they're going to be nothing better than a 5th seed, but I think he will be a stat stuffer. And yes, he is a point power forward type of guy, playmaker, but he probably is going to start at the 4 for them. Also, Greek Freak, amazing year last year. 27 points, 10 boards, 5 assists, steal and a half, block and a half. If you have the chance to see the Greek Freak in person, he is gigantic.
It's pretty good.
He's a freak. He's a freak. It's good. It's a good nickname.
He lives up to his name. Tier 2, lots of fun guys in this tier. Draymond Green. And will Cousins going out there hurt him a little? Maybe a little bit, but he doesn't score. I mean, he only scores 11 points, but he gets you a 3. He gets you 7 assists. He gets you almost 8 rebounds, a steal and a half, a block and a half. I mean, he just fills it up. I mean, that's why you're drafting him. He's still exciting in that respect. And then Aldridge with the Spurs. You got to think with Leonard gone, you know, he's going to be asked to do a lot like he already has been with the Spurs, but maybe even a little bit more. If he can stay healthy, he should have a monster season.
And we get it. Leonard really wasn't there last year, but we're just saying he's now that distraction's gone.
You don't even have to worry about him being there. He's going to have a monster year.
All right, as we go into Tier 3, Tobias Harris, never the sexiest pick, but man, he's pretty good. About 19 points, about 5 boards, about 2.5 assists, and he's playing on the Clippers, and the Clippers are just a different team. He might be the focal point of the offense. He's just a really interesting pick. He's one of those picks that no one's excited to take in the draft, so he typically slips. Just grab him, unless you're probably on the West Coast, and then maybe he goes lower there. All right, marketing. This is a guy we had a lot higher. We loved what he did last year. We loved him coming out of college. We knew he was going to be a beast. He was a beast. He's hurt. It's the only reason he's ranked where he is. He won't be back till like mid-November. Might even be a little bit later than that, so just make sure you note that when you're drafting.
Tier 4, I want to talk about Dario out there with the 76ers. He was getting drafted significantly earlier last year, but he's been going, in our opinion, a little too late this year. He's still going to be very serviceable. We like his 3-point potential. He's got solid percentages. He's going to get some rebounds. He's not going to be asked to do a ton on that team, but he's still going to be a very solid player. Then I want to talk about Kyle Kuzma for the Lakers. This is a hard guy to figure out. How does LeBron coming over there impact Kuzma? They're saying he might play some 5. They're saying that...
That's so weird.
They're saying he could play at 3 different positions. He's too talented of a player for them not to get creative and find ways to give him some minutes, get the ball in his hands, ask him to score some points. He will still be good, even with LeBron there. Will he average 16 points a game? I don't know if he'll do that, but he will be asked to do a decent amount on that team.
All right, as we move into Tier 5, start with Marvin Bagley. Marvin Bagley needs to put on a few pounds, but he'll be okay. He's skinny. He is skinny. But I think he's going to be all right. I think he's going to get a lot of minutes for the Kings. I do think the Kings' young nucleus will have some ups and downs this year. But, you know, Bagley's the kind of guy that he could potentially win a Rookie of the Year. I don't think he'll beat Luka or Ayton, but he's going to have a solid year. I think he'll be 3rd in the voting when it's all said and done. And then I want to talk about Mirotic. He's on the New Orleans Pelicans. And, God, last year he was just... It's with him and Randall there, it's so tough to see who's going to get more minutes at the 4. But maybe he plays some 3-2. But 16 points, 7.5 boards, like 2.5 threes a game. I mean, this guy is a baller. He's a risk-reward pick, but I think I'm going to find him on a lot of my teams.
Hollis Jefferson, I want to talk about out there with Brooklyn. You know, at this point in his career, we have a pretty good idea of what he's going to do. He is a little banged up right now, but they're saying he should be ready for the season. But one of the reasons I like him is he's a guy that you can get really late and he's going to give you almost a block and a steal a game. And those kind of role player type guys that you can get late are solid guys to add, and you get those in some solid boards too. So don't mind him in the later rounds. And then Bobby Portis, Brent just talked about Markkanen. We like Bobby Portis, but it just seems like every time there's a chance for him to get consistent minutes, they always seem to go away, some way or another. And even with Markkanen hurt, now they're saying that Portis still might not even start. So it just seems like he's never going to be a 30-minute a game guy as of right now in his career. And for that reason, it's hard to get much more excited than having him where he is right here. But you got to love his over a 3 a game from your power forward spot.
All right, so it ranks number 29 for us is JaMychal Green of the Memphis Grizzlies. And I know what you're thinking, right? They took the rookie, they took Jackson. It's going to be his job. Why is he even ranked? They're going to bring that. He's a project. They're going to bring him along very slowly. And Green, while being one of the most boring fantasy options you can get, he's close to a double-double kind of guy. 10 and 8, 10 and 9. He won't get you a lot of steals, a lot of blocks. But I don't worry too much about the kid. I think next year is when the kid really breaks out.
And we didn't plan this, but he was talking about Green, and I was planning on talking about the kid, Jaren Jackson Jr. for Memphis. And yes, they are planning on bringing him along slowly. He was the 4th pick overall in the NBA draft, and the thing with him is going to be blocks. Even if he's only getting 15, 20 minutes a game, he could maybe still get you 2 blocks a game. He averaged 3 a game in college, so I think as just a purely block specialist, depending on your league settings and depending on what type of bench you're trying to build and what kind of upside guys you're looking for. If you're looking for blocks late in the draft, he could be your man.
He needs to check his foul trouble. He was a foul-out machine in college.
Give me 2 blocks in 15 minutes.
He could do that. All right, I got to talk about Zinger. I feel like I bring him up all the dang time. He's going to end up playing in like a month now because I keep saying this. I don't think he's going to play this year. You see him ranked this low, you're like, they're stupid. We're not stupid. He's really banged up. I don't think the Knicks are going to win a lot of games. There'll be no reason to bring him back. They'll tank, get a higher pick because they want to get a higher pick, have Zinger, get Kyrie to come over, rebuild the team. Knicks next year, I'm not a Knicks fan, but I think that they'll actually land some free agents next year and be very interesting. But they want a high pick going into next year.
That's power forwards. Check out all our other tiers and rankings. Man.
Hook shot.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Leave some comments. Download our cheat sheet.